Hi, my name's Tim Reed. I wrote the song The Other Side with Emily Gale, and I wanted to show you some of those chords from that song. First, I wanted to explain how we came to write the song, and it was really around the idea of a song that you might make up when you first learn to play an instrument. So I sort of went back to when I learnt to play guitar, and I really learnt from learning chords and playing chords. A couple of those chords I can remember learning that were really hard because you had to hold down those strings really hard, and the frets. One of them was an A chord, the other one was an E chord, and the other was a D chord. And they all involved 3 fingers, and I thought that was a nice way to maybe start thinking about this song. So I kicked off with an A chord, which is a 3-finger chord. It's that shape there. So it's your index finger on that 2nd fret there, your middle finger, and then your ring finger. And that's the sound that it gives. Once you play a chord a few times, you start playing with it, you start taking fingers off, you maybe start experimenting a little bit. And for this song, I felt taking one of those fingers off that A chord, just lifting off my index finger, made a nice sort of tone. I started playing the rhythm very straight, and then got a bit more speed, and then as I got the speed, started skipping a little bit. Gives it that shuffling sort of feel. Other chords that I worked in was that D shape. So the D shape is that index finger and ring finger. You see there, 2nd fret index finger, 3rd fret ring finger, like a triangle. And that D proper is adding that middle finger in. And then I played with that chord too. So taking fingers off, adding some in, I did a little descending line, which I thought worked nicely. So it's that 4th finger there, middle finger, and then to open, so you're just playing one finger, one note. Sounds like this. And one of the other chords I worked in was the E chord, so from the other side, and that is middle finger there on the 2nd fret, the ring finger, 2nd fret, and then on the 1st fret, 1 string up, the pointer finger. And that goes into that D chord. Chorus, again starting from that A, keeping it pretty simple. I found another chord by playing around a little bit, moving. So moving that pointer finger just 1 string along, same fret. Closer. And then the next chord really is an A chord, but with a C sharp in the bass. So that one took a little bit more wrangling, but it's really that bass note there that you add in. You do a little bar across to get your A sound. So it's move that one finger, and then use your pinky in there with the bar chord, and then back to a D shape. That gives you that progression moving up. So a little bit more advanced, the chorus, really because you're trying to get that bass note in and get that progression going up. But essentially it's an A with a variation, and then a D. There's some of the basic chords. One thing we did do, just because there's a male and a female voice singing the lines, we added in something called a capo. So the capo you put on one of the frets, and it moves the pitch all the way up one semitone. So for this song, we ended up putting the capo on the first fret, just so that the female voice wasn't singing so low, and to make the male voice sing a little bit higher. Changes the sound, you can hear it now. In the chorus, that A shape, change the second finger. D. Back to the A. And there are a couple of chords from the other side. I hope that helps, and you get to have a bit of a play along with the song.